friends.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. You guys remember I've been talking about the school stuff? If you remember my latest interview with Greg, Black Conservative Perspective, from Black Conservative Perspective, we talked about a teacher.
Hey, not bragging, but probably that was one of his like a most viewed videos. Had like almost like a 500,000 views.
Yeah. He's a great guy, man. He does really good work. I'm actually really happy that I spoke with him, and we are gonna invite him to our show.
Right.
We are gonna talk to him because I really like talking to him. He's a very intelligent guy. But anyway, so the teacher we're talking about who talked about. She told her students to do the Pledge of Allegiance to the gay flag. She's been removed.
The LGBTQ plus flag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not just gay flag.
She's been removed from her classroom.
Amen.
She was guess where she was in California, Orange County, out of all places. So
of course.
This is what we're talking about when you disrespect the flag of the country. She removed the flag during COVID. She said it made her uncomfortable. So when we talk about ideology, when we say it takes a while for your mind,
it's like a witch that you just throw holy water.
It's a virus. It's a virus.
If that makes you uncomfortable, you need to get the hell out of this country. You know what I'm saying?
So when
Jesus Christ.
So this is.
It doesn't make it makes us proud, and we are not born and raised here. If looking at the American flag makes you uncomfortable, please get the hell out of this country. There's plenty of room for a lot of new immigrants. Obviously, you guys are ungrateful.
Exactly, ungrateful.
Just get
Why don't you give up your space, give it to somebody who's going to appreciate it?
Give it to somebody who would appreciate it.
Exactly.
And you go to a place that you actually can be proud of that flag.
Why don't you switch places?
Like go to China or
switch
Cuba
places.
or
Afghanistan. Go to Afghanistan.
They can't even make it. The airport is closed.
Go to Afghanistan, fly the flag there. See what happens to you. Okay? Don't push your freedom. Do not see. There's a saying. It says, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." Okay?
Yeah,
don't bite the hand that feeds you. And what happened was, so she went on TikTok. She said that they were doing pledges, and she's an 11th grade teacher in high school. When the Pledge of Allegiance came up, the students were standing up. There was no flag, and some of the students were asking, "Hey, it's kind of weird. There's no flags in the classroom." And she's like, "Well, I packed it away. I put it in storage. I don't know what it is. I'm trying my best to find it." She was being very sarcastic about it, and she's like, "Well, look, there's the flag on the wall. Why don't you pledge your allegiance to that flag?" Yeah. Did you know the LGBTQ flag is not a country? It's you're pledging allegiance to a flag. You're not pledging allegiance to a flag. It's to your country. It's where you live. Okay, where you are. It's not an Iranian flag. It's not an Israeli flag. It's not a German flag. It's a U.S. flag. This is where you live. This is your home. This is the country you're living in. Okay, if the flag of the country bothers you so much, it makes you so uncomfortable, maybe you just don't belong in this country. Have you thought about that?
They're not.
Have you thought about that? As much as I complain about the illegal immigrants who come to this country, as much as I complain about it, they are more patriotic than you are. They are more patriotic than you are.
Most of them, they have some, good family
I just
values,
don't agree.
work.
I just don't agree with the fact that they come here illegally and they use up the resources. That's it. That's the only thing I disagree with. I don't have a problem with.
And it's about the fairness, if our families we are waiting in line, everybody's waiting in line, and
this is cutting through the lines, okay? But so let's not get into that right now. The whole point is the school system. When you go to school, you want to sit there, open your book, and learn 2 + 2 = 5. I mean 4. Sorry, I don't want to be racist. It's simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. You want to dumb down the kids. You are dumber than they are.
Let me just put it this way. Quick
In
observation.
a way, I'm very happy I didn't go to college because a lot of kids that came out of college are dumber than they walked in there because of not their fault, their professors' fault. Because their professors, instead of teaching the curriculum, they taught them ideology.
No, but mostly, if you look at the reason that they want to reduce math, they said, oh, 2 plus 2, say, if you say 2 plus 2 is 4, is racist, or math is racist. The reason is, if you look at this, when I say leftists, that means useful idiots, because the communists actually, they would just destroy them. You know what I'm saying? In China, you don't see these fools running around and acting like this. In actual communist country, they would be beat the hell out. They would put in concentration camp. They would be the shot first before anybody else. So in a true communist country, first thing, there never be going to be a true communism. It's always fascism of some sort. But nonetheless, if you look at Cuba, you look at this, there is no LGBTQ, there is no all this stuff, there is no soy chai latte, there is none of this stuff. They will beat the hell out of these people. They will just make them just really understand the reality. Because they understand how dangerous this kind of radical ideology and this poisonous, this kind of like anti-family. Because think about it, the communism is not about it's about power. And in order to have power, you need to have a society to rule. And in order to have a society you rule, you need to have
control,
strict set of restrictions.
Right.
So if you look at even China, it's still very family oriented. I mean, they're very family oriented. They're very kind of into their family and all that.
They have culture. They just don't have religion.
But my observation is, if you look at the useful idiots here, the left over here, usually if you look at it, what are their degrees? Mostly liberal arts. No science, no math, nothing of that serious science like that. Even those, a lot of those, because of the university environment, they're liberal, they're not necessarily leftists, but they tend to be. But I'm just saying, they don't want to teach it in the school because they know once you deal with numbers, you have to face reality. You know what I'm saying? There's actual truth, there are actual answers, there's actual reality. And these people, because their ideology is based on actually lack of reality, so anything that would diminish that, they're against that. That's why they don't want to teach math. Now they said math is racist. So saying that by itself is racist, because that they are saying of African Americans or other minorities are incapable of learning math. Hence, they have to eliminate it from the curriculum.
Well, no. Well,
so from the school class,
state of Georgia just eliminated proficiency test
out
of high school, so you no longer have to be proficient.
So that to me is racist, because you are assuming that they are less than capable of learning. They don't want to take the blame that they couldn't teach it, or they are not teaching the kids actually how to do what they need to be educated, and then they're reducing the standard, which, again, as I said, is like racist in a different way, because that you're saying, okay, they can't.
Last year in Baltimore, a kid was about to graduate high school. Well, he was informed. I discussed this with Greg. He was informed
he couldn't write his name.
His GPA was below 1. At 12th grade, how the hell do you pass 9th grade?
I know. They were in my class.
All the way to do it when you have a GPA of below 1.
Yeah.
Below 1. That means you got below F. You got an A in one class and everything else was just F. So this is the society, guys. This is how you demolish a society. This is how you
poison.
It's poison. So when you have dummies, constantly, moving around. Oh, my feeling this, or my feeling that. Oh, you hurt my feeling. Oh, my feeling. Oh my God, my feelings. Screw your feelings. Okay, screw your feelings. This how your buddy Arnold says, screw your freedom because you don't want to get vaccinated, I'll say screw your feelings.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Screw you, Arnold, at the same time for even
I'm glad you
saying shit like that. You don't say to anybody screw your freedom. Screw you for even suggesting things like that. This country is as free as it can be. No one like you or anybody like-minded like you can change that, okay? You could scream, you could yell, you could fart, you could do whatever the hell you want. Come and try to force me try to take my freedom away.
I'm glad that you brought it up.
Piece of...
Take it easy. I'm glad you brought that up.
Where is the blood pressure machine?
Now the thing is...
Get the blood pressure machine.
In the 80s...
Listen, look, when I always say we take up blood pressure before any show, this is what we do.
You're kidding.
Freaking A, man. This is ridiculous. I'm so pissed off.
Now the thing is, when Arnold moved to America, right?
Idiot.
Like a lot of immigrants, he was sane. He was sane, and actually, if you look at his interviews, the reason he was Republican is because it says, when I came over here, the Democrats were saying the same socialist crap that we were hearing in Europe.
Can I interview you for 1 second? Hold on, let me. Arnold was actually my client when I worked at the bank in Wells Fargo down in Pacific Palisades. He was one of my clients. He used to bring his son to the branch with his Bentley, and he used to have 2 bodyguards. One will stand on each door while he walks in with his kid. He sits on my desk. He's like, "Hey, could you, teach my son some banking? Teach him, teach him what banking is, or show him how much he has in his bank account." I swear to God, he used to come and sit at my desk when I was a customer service up in Wells Fargo. So, yeah, go ahead.
So when he came, he was saying this stuff, and then in 80s, actually 90, when Bush Senior was running, so actually he was on his campaign, and he had the best catchphrase, right, for the Democrats. He said, "Democrats are girly men." They're not real men; they're girly men. And now Arnold, unfortunately, himself has turned into a girly man.
He drank the water,
Arnold,
dude.
you are a girly man. I'm sorry. You are so many people's heroes. You know what I'm saying? So many people looked up to you. But you have sold out. Why? Because of conformity. Is that what you want? Out of whole life of being unique and being yourself, being an individual. Now
you're pending to the same.
Now that you are getting, walking toward your grave, toward your like an end of life, sunset. I mean, I hope you live a long time. But I'm just saying now, do you want this to be your legacy? Yeah. To be confirming and be pussycat, girly man? Is that what you want? So Arnold is officially as a girly man, and I think everybody should use this phrase to describe him. If he changes his mind and comes to his senses, I still like him.
Yeah.
It's Arnold, you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, guys, don't let your kids be
girly man.
Be girly man. Be poisoned with these dumb teachers.
But it's like useful idiots.
Who now call themselves educators. You're not an educator. You're still a teacher. You're indoctrinated. I don't agree with anything you stand for. I don't give a damn about your ideology. When you come to a classroom, you better teach the topic, and that's it. And go home. Then cry to whoever.
I think all the parents they should have their kids hooked up instead of mask with a GoPro.
I swear to God, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send my kids with a freaking camera
on their chest. It's like a police.
Body cam. Send your kids to school with body cam.
Record everything.
Dude,
record
mark
everything.
This video. Send your kids to school with a freaking body cam. Alright, guys, hit that like button, hit the share button. Please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna have. We're excited, man. I'm pumped up because you know what?
Life is good.
Life is.
You just have to
enjoy your freedom. Yeah. Don't let anybody take your freedom away. I love you guys. Take care. We'll see you later.
America.